here's a little clip I wanted to share. This kid is 13. I don't know if everyone saw this clip, but 13 years old, and just in a 56-second clip, he really wows me with, the kind of wisdom that, probably having a terminal disease gives you. But like, if you close your eyes, you would never think this kid's 13.
But you want to know the craziest part? Because my mom bathes me and my brothers all together. But you want to know the craziest part? Because my mom bathes me and my brothers all together. And out of nowhere, I locked up. And then my dad was calling my name, and I started going to the slow thing. And he said, "Stop playing with me." And I started to act. I ain't gonna lie, I started to act slow. And then as soon as he said that, we was speeding all the way, running lights, going to the hospital. And then next thing you know, I was seizing on the table. They said, "No, we're gonna have to go in his brain tonight." Ever since then, I had 13 brain surgeries, and that's how many times my personality has changed. And that's something that you don't hear from a terminally ill child. They had 5 months to live. I'm gonna keep on going until my gas tanks run out. And that's when God calls you home. You never know when God's gonna call you home. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad. I know he's pretty proud of me, and I'm pretty proud of him too. And I'd like to thank President Trump, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today.
I mean, 13.
Damn.
And here you have MSNBC anchor spinning it like this.
And maybe when you have childhood cancer, that crystallizes for you. And I hope he has a long life as a law enforcement officer. But I hope he never has to defend the United States Capitol against Donald Trump's supporters. And if he does, I hope he isn't one of the 6 who loses his life to suicide. And I hope he isn't one who has to testify against the people who carried out acts of seditious conspiracy. And then,
I mean,
we're all putting our hands on our heads at that one simultaneously for a reason.
Man.
God.
And then you have this moment.
He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
No Democrats are standing up for him right now.
Yeah.
Shout out Dad, by the way. He's even flexing to like help his dad lift him up.
But in
I love when his eyes practice to bulge out here.
Yeah. Such a good clip.
The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Crazy.
These two,
RFK
right there.
is like about to investigate this kid's diet.
Yeah, like the chick on the right rolls her eyes. Oh no! I don't know what this chick.
Did we ever identify her? I don't know who that is.
This is Debbie Wasserman here. I don't. Somebody did say who it was last night on Twitter. I don't remember. It was like her guest, but like, what a twat. I saved that word for.
And look at the look on the face. In the front row there on the right, that woman. Look at the look on her face.
Yeah, scowling. How do you even get your hair like this? It's like Aquanet. That like she's got it crusty with.
It's the curly girl method. You wouldn't understand. This isn't an Estrocast.
Yeah, right. And then like, how do you go on the news and be like, boy, hope he doesn't take his own life?
Also, like, have some self-control. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
And his dad have
Why are you eye rolling?
requests to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer. Actually, a number of times. The police love him. The police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of
get
them
to his
all.
face.
I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States
He's like,
Secret Service.
It's like, you can read his lips. It's like, dang. And he said, thank you, Mr. President. Yeah.
He looks so shocked. Like,
Yeah.
Again, this is Trump's Santa Claus night. He's out here surprising kids with their dreams.
Yeah. There's a moment you don't see, but the
hug.
Secret Service guy gives him a big old hug.
And he's the one that was on stage with Trump at Butler, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, what a crazy... I mean, like, he must be having a very crazy couple weeks as he's taken over this role. And then to be like, and in one of my first major moves, I get to do this. Like, very, very cool.
Or you could be Rachel Maddow.
And the Democrats totally disrespecting that kid. It's like, what are you doing?
Here's what Rachel Maddow had to say.
For the record, and this is disgusting, the president made...
Calling it disgusting.
What?
For the record, and this is disgusting, the president made a spectacle out of praising a young man who thus far survived pediatric cancer, as if the president had something to do with that. This was in the midst of him praising Doge. The Doge cuts, among other things, have cut off funding for ongoing research into pediatric cancer.
I mean... do you think
Jeremy's going to have a stroke trying to understand and comprehend this?
I want to get both of your takes on this. Like, real talk, no memes. Do you think, what the hell do you think these people are like in person? Do you think that they are like this? Do you think they're, it is hard for me being from the Midwest to think of somebody being this cold-hearted. What do you think? What do you think?
It's cold-hearted and actually outright evil. It's like, okay, why don't you just give him a round of applause? It's not a political stunt or anything like that. I mean, you can consider it a political stunt. Is it a political statement? No. Yeah. It has nothing to do with policy. It has nothing to do with Trump himself. He's giving some kid an award.
Right. I think it's kind of sad because the same side that says, well, we're so bipartisan and we want to come together or whatever, like, this is the perfect opportunity, right? Trump talked about so much last night. You could criticize all kinds of stuff. It's your prerogative to do that. You don't have to agree with Trump. But, like, this moment was really sweet and a lot of people liked it. Like, I think I made a joke to you on stream last night that, like, probably Secret Service was like, yes, we need this for PR right now. But
I saw Michael Malice be like, he tweeted something like, not another DEI hire. I was like,
I just think that, like, the desire to make sure that nothing Trump does that's good gets any recognition outweighs logic, right? Like, if you talk to this kid, I'm sure he was like, that was one of the coolest nights of my life. That was really exciting. Whatever. He's having a great time. He doesn't care about Trump and Doge or whatever else. Like, I mean, maybe he does, but, like, mostly he's still excited about what happened.
He's 13.
Rachel Maddow just can't give Trump any acknowledgement. But they'll still say, well, Trump and the Republicans won't cooperate with Democrats. Like, you guys won't acknowledge when we just had a nice national moment because you have to make it about how Trump is bad always, to the point of being illogical. Like,
they'll build statues to George Floyd, but all of a sudden they finally found a black person that they don't want to celebrate. That's number one. Mm-hmm. And number two, can you imagine the dating scene for him just picked up?
Yeah. I mean, it's so bad. The Democrats are coming out and saying this.
Quite frankly, there were moments where I feel like anger out of some of the actions that have happened over the past month and a half prevented some of my colleagues from being able to stand up to support the little DJ Daniel. I stood up and applauded this little boy who, was getting over.
Did you?
For cancer, wants to be a police officer. And I was disappointed that I was not joined by any of my colleagues.
So there was a wide shot where, like, they saw everyone, like, standing and then sitting down. There were definitely a couple women in pink blazers, and those are definitely Democrats. Like,
yeah, okay, some did.
I don't want to be completely, definitive here, but it's enough. The sitting number was enough where you're like, come on, guys, like, pull it together. Sit at other parts of speech, whatever. But 13-year-old with cancer, like, come on.
Yeah,
which representative is that was just speaking?
Lauren Gillian from New York.
Well, I guess there's one reasonably sane Democrat.
Well, New York, coincidentally, is shifting back. Their Democrats are having to get a little more, like, less radical because the citizens of New York are sick of the crime and living in the conditions that they're living in. Like, it's good to see her come out and call out her quote unquote colleagues.
Yeah.
Because this kid's like, you could argue it's a stunt, fine, but he's not a willing participant in that. He's 13. Like, he just thinks the president called him. Like, there's funny, like, here's people making fun of this kid.
Oh, funny. Oh, baby, you can't arrest me. You too cocky. Sir.
Like,
what the hell?
Yeah, the culture, right? Like, twerking, and they're all filming him, making him fun of him because he wants to be a cop. Well, now, like, the kid beat brain cancer. I don't care if he wants to pretend he's an astronaut and walk around in a spacesuit. Like, let him be, man. Like, let him have his moment.
Some of these people are, like, beyond evil, almost. Like, there needs to be a new term that goes, is worse than evil.